China, known as the Women's Kingdom. I grew up far away in Shanghai. I've been thinking of coming here for over a decade. The people who live here are called Mosuo, and their homeland is famous throughout China as a place where women do not believe in traditional marriage. A young boat guide named Cha Cuo told me love between a man and a woman is different here.
这里结婚人家会觉得挺怪的，我也会觉得很别扭的，在这种地方结什么婚？本来风俗就是这样的。
The Mosuo are a small, mainly Buddhist ethnic group. They have their own language and are said to be China's last matriarchy. Mosuo women practice what they call walking marriage, a tradition that has persisted for at least 1,000 years.
因为他走婚排场什么的都不统一嘛，各干各的嘛，只是晚上两个人在一起谈情说爱嘛。我们的爱情应该是两个人合得来就在一起，合不来就各走各的，很和气的就散开了。说难听一点，就拿那一本红色的结婚证当自己的手铐干什么呢？对不对？
Mosuo children don't live with their fathers. They're raised by their mothers and their mothers' families. Once the media started touting the Women's Kingdom as a free love culture, hundreds of thousands of tourists began coming. Most of the tourists are Chinese, from the Han majority like me. The Han Chinese men who come here are attracted by the tantalizing possibilities of free love.
我就是觉得，一个人过来玩，他们从小在这种走婚的母系这种环境下长大呢，他们对男女之间的感情看得比较，唯美，比较单一吧。
Cha Cuo tells me the tourists don't always respect her culture.
最多的问题肯定是，你走婚了没有？走了几个？ 晚上我要跟你走婚，我最讨厌的就一张口就是能不能走婚呀？晚上我们可不可以去走婚呀？好像很自以为是那种。每次我都是说，你觉得你那么有魅力呀？你有那个本事吗？他们就不说话了。哈哈。
In the old days, most of men and women would gather to sing and dance on special occasions. Now, Cha Cuo and the other Mosuo dance every night for the tourists. Life here is very different now. Cha Cuo told me, if I wanted to see the way it used to be, I would have to travel to a remote village called Wujiao. 7 hours on horseback, up and down the hills. Only the locals know these roads.
Yeah.
About 200 Mosuo live here, high on the mountain. When I arrive, unannounced, a family immediately takes me in, showing its traditional Mosuo hospitality. In Wujiao, the old ways remain strong. Women are in charge of almost everything, while men help with the farm work. Elsewhere in China, many girl babies are abandoned. Here, the young Mosuo girls are favored.
最后女孩子，什么都是做得来就好嘛。
The girls go through a coming-of-age ceremony when they turn 13. Afterwards, they're allowed to wear dresses, they can start dating, and they get their own rooms. La Cuo says she loves to put on rings, but she will never wear a wedding ring.
结婚还不好玩嘛，在一起，吵吵闹闹的，一天闹过去闹去了嘛，他们。
On the hills above Wujiao, Lacuo and her uncles herd yaks for the family. In Moso families, uncles are much more important than fathers.
叔叔比爸爸都好嘛。家里面一起不在的时候，奶奶那些全部在看嘛，女孩子。嘛，他的妈妈一点出去了，到那些去，一点他叔叔呀、奶奶呢，那些去一点看他们。
怎么情况？我们都是姥姥的，我们姥姥他们照顾我们。他孩子了，反正就去照顾他。我都是随便的衣服啊，穿的随便的，一点点就去。我送到那里就很豪爽，到处都可以玩。
The women work hard to support their families. Evenings are spent together around the fire, spinning wool and telling stories. Very few foreigners ever reach the village of Wujiao. The women tell me they're so happy I've come that they want to celebrate. They have fun dressing me up, and before I know it, we are all dancing. But even here, there's the lure of another world.
外面的女孩子不用漂亮的有吗？实在我也怕了，不好骗我一点素才好漂亮嘛，也行。
Lately, Lato's family has begun renovating their second floor to make comfortable rooms for visitors.
都一点你一旦是住我的家里面就有一点好玩嘛。
Soon, there will be phones and a paved road, and tourists will come to this village too. Back at Lugu Lake, Chatua told me she had actually fallen in love with one of the tourists named Zhang Jun. In a break with tradition, the two are now living together. But she says it hasn't always been easy.
就是这次回家探亲2个多月，都快把我给逼出毛病来了。一天躲在屋里大吼大叫的唱，在大街上想唱一首歌唱，我都受不了了，我都跟家人说啊，我受不了了，我要在大街上唱歌了。他说别唱别唱，要唱了人家还以为你有神经病呢。到最后没办法，我只有跑到自己屋里把门锁上，在里面唱。
湖上海藻花，风吹阵阵香。
Zhang Jun says his life here is mostly good.
在这边待久了，也慢慢了接受他们的一些思想。当然，待久了有一点枯燥和一点单调，偶尔还会想到，假设我如果在这几年如果在城市我会赚了多少钱，或者是我的事业会怎么样，也会有这种念头。
Chatua says she wants Zhang Jun to be happy, but there are some things she won't do for love.
我不会跟他结婚的，我不会跟他到大城市去的。要是张军离开我有可能受得了；要是张军让我离开这个大家庭的话，有可能受不了。
I realized, even in the women's kingdom, freedom comes with painful choices.
Madame